What's up, Archons? I'm Flightless Pheasant, and yesterday, Ghost Galaxy gave us an update on the Prophetic Visions Gamefound. We knew this update was coming. It's a little sooner than I was expecting it, but not a lot sooner. I was basically expecting them to talk about it at KFC 3, and KFC 3 is next weekend. So, yeah, I guess, right on schedule. But let's take a look. It starts out with a lore blurb. I'm fairly certain we've gotten most of this lore blurb already, but there is another one later that we're going to go over that I don't think we've seen at all. I skimmed. I haven't read everything in detail, so we're going to kind of read this together. But here we go. For those that inhabit the ever-changing crucible, life is forever uncertain and filled with questions. Questions like, what new wonders and creatures will suddenly appear through invisible gateways? How will the turmoil spread across the lands affect my future? Can I keep my food safe from snufflegators? Will my home be overrun by haunted robots? What does that immortal Archon want with me? Recently, the Crucible has been overrun with self-proclaimed prophets, energetic researchers, and devious fortune-tellers who all claim to have knowledge of a dramatic future. These prophecies seem to change as quickly as the days turn, yet wouldn't it be perilous to ignore them? The future may be clouded, the paths may be treacherous, but surviving and thriving on the Crucible will require insight and courage. Some fates have already been sealed, but there may still be time to influence your own. I actually don't think we've gotten that lore blurb before. That's a really good one. That was awesome. Very thematic, very interesting. Prepare yourselves, Archons, for the future that is within sight. For the future is within sight. Keyforge Prophetic Visions, the 9th official set for Keyforge Universe, comes to Gamefound on November 21st. 3 weeks? 14, no, 4 weeks. 4 weeks. Yeah. Because that'd be 21 days. Okay. Soon. Soon. And I expect we'll get a bunch of announcements between now and then. I'll try to cover all of them. Normally I'm Johnny on the spot. I've been like a day behind every time lately, and I've been kind of, but oh well. Life happens, yeah? In the new set, we are introducing a new card type called a prophecy. They will each foretell a fate that may or may not come to pass with unpredictable consequences. What these prophecies have in store for the Crucible is being closely studied by every philosopher and prognosticator from the darkest catacombs to the loftiest observatories. But as the wise say, fate is inevitable. There's some things that have already been revealed. I think this is probably just going to be... Yeah, this is the earlier Prophetic Visions. Oh, but it has a prophecy. Oh, I don't think it had a prophecy before. I think they must have added this. After your opponent shuffles their discard pile into their deck during their turn, fulfill, expect the unexpected. Okay, yeah, so prophecies are basically things that your opponent probably can't avoid doing or is very likely to do. It also gives us all of our houses: Dis, Logos, Sanctum, Saurian, Shadows, Star Alliance, and Untamed. But if you watch this little Sanctum, boop, sometimes comes Redemption. So that's good to keep in mind. Which, yeah, I have some thoughts on that, but I want to talk about that a little bit more later once we get a little further into what we're doing here. So, across the campaign, we will share more information on the various houses, cards you will encounter, as well as details on the new prophecy mechanic. There's lots to share on this exciting set, and we look forward to your reactions. We hope you're excited for what's coming in Keyforge Prophetic Visions. Be sure to go to the Gamefound campaign before the campaign's launch to get a free Foresight deck, which is a Keyforge Prophetic Vision deck with a special graphical treatment when you back the campaign. That's pretty common. We are going to bop over to the Proto Campaign page. I did follow it. I recommend you doing the same. It'll be one of the ones that has the cool lightning pattern around the back, so that's cool. But let's go through the Proto Campaign page, because I think there's some interesting things to dive into here. I did a little bit of a poke through of this as well. Ghost Galaxy is thrilled to present Keyforge Prophetic Visions, the next set for Keyforge, the best-selling unique card game. Be sure to follow this campaign to receive a free Prophetic Visions deck with the campaign exclusive Foresight card design. If you are new to Keyforge, please go here. This campaign is scheduled to begin November 21st at 10 a.m. Central Time. I will be doing a live stream when it launches again, because they always put out all of the add-ons and a few other things that are always interesting to look at. So look forward to that. I'll be doing a live stream on November 21st, 10 a.m. Central, which I'm pretty sure is 11 a.m. East Coast, which is where I am. All right, let's take a look. The Key to Your Destiny, the 9th official Keyforge release approaches with new wonders and nearly 200 new cards waiting to be discovered. Okay, this I want to talk about. Nearly 200 new cards makes me think that there will not be more than 200. It'll be a little less. For reference, Amber Skies, which was a smaller than standard set, had 208 new cards. Granted, like 27 of those were Sky Beasts. And Grim Reminders, which was a standard size set, had 248 new cards. And it looks like Prophetic Visions might actually have 8 houses. If Prophetic Visions has 8 houses and less than 200 new cards, that will make it the smallest set we've ever seen, or a set that relies very, very, very heavily on reprints, which has been most of the sets Ghost Galaxy's been putting out lately, if we're being honest. They've been leaning really, really hard on their reprint catalog. And not... and even then, even with leaning as hard on the reprint catalog as they have been, they've kind of been missing the mark on their new designs. So I think this is an attempt by Ghost Galaxy to lighten their workload by making sets smaller and using reprints more. I think that's why the house combination is the Mass Mutation house combinations, because it means that they have a lot of backlog cards, a lot of reprintable cards that they can draw on to reprint in the set instead of having to design new ones. I don't think I like this design philosophy. I understand why it might have become necessary once their workload eclipsed what they were able to handle in a more reasonable way. But I really think tamping down the workload is the answer. And by tamping down the workload, I mean just go back to 2 sets a year with 1 to 2 special sets, plus a Vault Masters, because I do like the Vault Master sets. But like, don't go nuts like you did this year. Calm down and put out better sets with more, or put out bigger sets with more playtesting. I think that's the answer. I don't know that that's what's going to happen, but since it says nearly 200 new cards, and I've learned that I have to pay attention to how many new cards it says, because they won't just tell us straight up if the set's going to be smaller or not, this makes me think this actually might be the smallest core set ever, which is concerning in some ways. It means we're going to get another Amber Skies where decks are kind of repetitive, but at least they're consistent. So I don't know. It's a win some, lose some. Behold Prophecy cards. Double-sided Prophecy cards in every deck unleash vexing puzzles and unexpected challenges for your opponent. Prophecy cards are double-sided. How? How does that work? I'm genuinely curious. And does that... Again, they showed us a second Prophecy, which I wasn't expected. Expect the unexpected. Prophecies... I don't know. I don't know how they're going to work. Right? Do I just get one in my deck and it's in a house? It looks like probably not, because they're borderless. But if it's not in my deck, how do I play it? Is it just in play? And if it's double-sided, does that mean I get 2 to choose from and I can pick which side? I don't know. I want way more details on Prophecies. Way, way, way more details on Prophecies. But we did get a new detail. They're double-sided. I don't know what that means, but they are, apparently. Your fate is sealed. When a prophecy is fulfilled, your chosen fate comes to pass, unleashing its full power upon your unsuspecting opponent. Okay, so there's the confirmation. Fates are bad things for your opponent, and prophecies are triggering effects that cause those bad things to happen. Okay, yeah, I think that's fine. I'm actually kind of excited to see how that works, and to see how it plays out. A glimpse of the future. Embrace the unknown and gaze into the mysteries and secrets of the Crucible scattered throughout the set. I'm really hoping we get anomaly cards again. Please, please, please. I want anomaly cards. I want to see what's cooking in the future, near and far. And I'm hoping this might say, hey, anomaly cards are coming. The ongoing schism, the escalating rift between Sanctum and Redemption, culminates in an unprecedented conflict. I'd like more details on that. I don't know what to expect. My thought at this point is that Sanctum and Redemption are both going to be in the set, but they're going to be mutually exclusive. So if your deck gets Redemption, it won't get Sanctum, and if your deck gets Sanctum, it won't get a Redemption. But especially if that's the case, and there are then 8 houses in the set, I have no idea how this could get away with being the smallest set ever, because that would mean each house would have to have even fewer new cards, which is just mind-boggling to me that there could be such a small number of new cards and still pull off a Fate mechanic. But we'll see, right? Alright, so this is coming to Gamefound on November 21st. Be there. I shall as well. This is the big flavor text block I was talking about. I didn't read all of this block, but I saw it, and it made me very happy. And this one's really, really long, so I don't think we've ever gotten this before. So I'm going to read a big old block of flavor text, and I'm so excited. Let's do it. The struggle for influence and on... let's try that again. The struggle for influence in Amber continues to dominate the Crucible and its many factions, overseen by the enigmatic architects. Even in this strange place, unique in all the cosmos, the winds of fate rule those that inhabit it. Of late, the power of portent and divination has grown in the mind of any creature that harbors the talent, or the curse, of foresight. This upwelling of potency among seers, prophets, and fortune-tellers has not gone to waste in the hands of the Crucible's Archons, who've cunningly embraced the rise of prescience to usurp their amber-seeking rivals. Alas, more writhes beyond the veil than the gossamer of futures. Among those with the scrying touch, a few unlucky ones have seen hints and glimpses of a cataclysmic darkness, and the atavistic conspiracy that barely keeps it at bay. Of those who've had such premonitions, many do not survive, and most succumb to madness. A few of these unfortunate souls have retained enough of their faculties to warn others of the dire threats that lurk beyond the curtain of destiny. The rising of a handful of doom-criers, however, are of little concern to those embroiled in the quest for Amber and the knowledge of the vaults. Archon demand for foresight grows by the day, and any concerns regarding its danger are dismissed without serious thought. For each forceful intrusion into the veil, the membranes between reality and eternity are pierced a little. Already, ruptures in the continuity of existence have emerged, and its foundations grow ever more precarious. For those that know how to listen, like the howl of rising winds in cracked gables of an old house, the piping of antediluvian force grows ever stronger. Deep in the furnace heart of the Crucible, the architects have heard the resonance of that primordial tune, and they are afraid. Oh, I love that. Oh, that's so good. Yes, the fraying of time and reality as we pierce the veil to look into the future. I love it. I love it. Doom, doom, doom! That's cool. Yeah. Prophetic Visions is the next major set for Keyforge. This set will include more than 200 new cards. Wait a minute, you said nearly 200. Well, I guess nearly could be more. I don't know. Alright, so maybe it'll be the same size as Amber Skies. Maybe it'll be a full-size set, like Grim Reminders. Be 250-ish new cards. More than 200 new cards, and features the new Prophecy mechanic, perhaps the most exciting addition to Keyforge ever made. I like the Prophecy mechanic. I like that it's going to be a set-specific mechanic. I like that it won't be evergreen. I'm so glad to be getting back to set-specific mechanics. Let's explore the possibilities of this game in the wild, wacky ways that we know we can explore it. I'm excited. This is the general overview of what is the Keyforge. Worth reading if you're new to the game. That's the Learn to Play. Yeah. Nothing else here. Super exciting. But we read the big old flavor text blurb. We read the banner announcement. I'm I'm pretty excited. I want to see more. I'm definitely looking forward to Prophetic Visions. I think they're going to talk about it at KFC, so look forward to that. I'm going to be at KFC. You should be too. Looking forward to the creator card. I'm going to have a creator card announcement probably tomorrow or maybe Monday or Tuesday, where I will officially have a video that is, hey, here's how you get my creator card. But spoiler alert, you're going to have to be subscribed to the channel. So subscribe to the channel if you haven't already to make sure that you have a chance to get the creator card if you're going to be at KFC. But yeah, so this is what Ghost Galaxy gave us. Tell me what you think. Are you excited for Prophetic Visions? Are you excited to get part of the Gamefound? Do you really want to get one of the special border decks? I know I do, so I already said I'm interested in the Gamefound. Are you looking forward to KFC? What's going on in your exciting Keyforge journey? Share it down in the comments below. But that's all I have for you today, so until next time, later, Archons.